Hi, my name is Carly. I'm an 8th grader here in Southern Arizona, and I'm super excited to be one of this year's GLSEN ambassadors. Well, I'll start out by telling you a little bit about myself. I'm 13. I'm one of 2 cellists in my school's 7th and 8th grade orchestra, and this is my cello. I named her Chelsea. Let's see, what else? I love to read. I love to write. This is my computer, which I basically live off of. And I'm also a dancer. But most importantly, I am an ally.
Well, hey now, this is what dreams are made of. We're gay, can you tell? Except for Carly, she's the straight girl.
But actually, after the summit, some of the other ambassadors made me honorarily gay, which is something I'm pretty proud of. But, anyways, I guess now I'll give you the abridged version of how I became an ally in the first place. I've been involved in the LGBT community for quite a while, since I was pretty little. I like to say that I came out as an ally in kindergarten when I told my teacher, it was President's Day, and I told my kindergarten teacher that my mom, who's also an ally, doesn't like the president because she's mean to gay people. But anyways, as shocking as it is, by 3rd grade I was hearing "That's so gay" pop up in my classmates' vocabulary, and I'm sure they didn't understand what it meant. They probably heard it from some older siblings, but because of my prior involvement with the LGBT community, I understood what they were saying, and it struck me as really offensive to use a term that someone identifies with as an insult. So I started to ask people to stop. I explained why it was offensive. Unfortunately, not a lot of people listened, but I tried. And that went on for about 3 years till 6th grade. And as one can imagine, it got worse, the homophobic language, and by that time in 6th grade, people did understand what they were saying, and they were using a lot of slurs on top of "That's so gay." And I really got sick of it, and I started to realize that I might need to do something bigger to try and really make an impact on the amount of homophobic language used in my schools. And I also started to think, it shouldn't really be solely on my shoulders to try and make the school a more respectful environment. My school needs to be involved in that too. So what I did was I found GLSEN, and I was completely amazed by how many resources they had and what a great organization they sounded like. I read more and did some more research, and I found out about the Day of Silence. I also found some shocking statistics about how often LGBT students are bullied, and that inspired me even more to try and make the Day of Silence happen at my school. So I went to the principal, and I asked her if we could do it, and she said no, and so then I went to my vice superintendent, and he said no. So it didn't happen that year, and I was really disappointed. I basically decided to try and appeal to the community by writing a guest editorial in the Arizona Daily Star, and that came out a couple months later, and I thought it was a pretty big success because one of my teachers actually read it to my class, and that was pretty cool. And during 7th grade, I did some more stuff. I was on a panel about LGBT bullying that goes on in schools, and it was actually pretty surprising because I was just told about the panel, so I went to go watch it, and then I found out they actually wanted me to be on the panel and talk about my experiences as an ally because they'd read my article. So I was on that, and I tried my best to give an impromptu, good panel speech. And then I met some people from Wingspan, which is the LGBT Southern Arizona Community Center. I got on a panel there to work on an event to promote awareness of the violence that the LGBT community faces, and that was fun planning that event. Unfortunately, it got canceled because of some weather that was going on that day, but I'm hoping we could try and start that up again. And anyways, then it came time that the Day of Silence was coming back around, and I read these publications by the ACLU and Lambda Legal that said I, as a student, had a right to do the Day of Silence, even if my school said no to them sponsoring it. So I thought, I'm going to do it anyways. I got a bunch of people interested, actually, in doing it, but when the day came, my principal got on the intercom and, gave the speech about how I had handed out illegal flyers, which she didn't say my name, but most people, including my teachers and my classmates, knew who she was talking about. And she said that we couldn't participate, and that was really upsetting. But you know, in retrospect, afterwards reading about all the bad things that happened to other people on the Day of Silence with school resistance, I felt pretty lucky about what happened, that I only got, you know, I was embarrassed by the announcement, and I was a little bit afraid to get in trouble because I'm one of those nerdy types who doesn't like to get in trouble. So I got sort of nervous about that, but I'm really fortunate that I didn't get in a lot of trouble, and nobody really got in any trouble officially. So I was feeling really discouraged after that, and I was wondering if it was even going to be possible to keep doing what I was doing, and if I should even try to make my school a safer place in terms of getting the school involved, because nothing seemed to be working. And then I went on GLSEN's website, and I saw that I could apply to be a GLSEN ambassador, and I thought, hey, why not try? So I filled out the application, and as you can tell by the fact that I'm making this video, I was chosen to be a part of the program. And you do not want to have been, you're lucky you weren't in the room when I got the email saying I was accepted, because I screamed pretty loud. I was really excited to go to the summit. I didn't really know what to expect. I'd never been involved with GLSEN before, besides trying to put on the Day of Silence. So I got there, and it was way better than I could even have dreamed it would have been. I got a lot of information, ton of amazing workshops, but even more importantly, I met 17 people who were amazing youth activists in their own community, and I made 17 new great friends. I heard some really inspiring stories, and after that I feel more like I'm ready to make change in my own community and to try again with the school. I'm not as discouraged as I was before, because hearing about how much the other ambassadors had done in their own communities, even though they face so much bullying, you know, as an ally I don't face that kind of bullying, but the fact that they do and they're still able to get out there and make so much change was really inspiring. So I thought, you know, if they can do that, then I can too. And I've got some great plans for the school year. I'm starting an unofficial GSA. Since I'm in middle school, I don't have that right to do so at my own school yet, legally. But next year, when I'm in high school, I'm going to try and start an official one. I'm going to keep blogging on my website, which is www.equality2, like the number 2, day.webs.com. And it's under construction right now, so it may still be a little when you check it out, but soon it'll be good. My other plan is to go to the school board and keep trying to get that change in the schools, because I'm confident that it will happen eventually. That's just a little bit about me and my plans for this year, and I hope to be making some more videos here on this wonderful channel that some of the ambassadors already set up, and I hope to be talking to you soon.